Hey guys, welcome to another video of Gatling Geek. Today I'm going to talk about how to improve internet speed on smartphones. First, I'd like to give some explanation about three technical terms. The first one is ping. I'm going to take a small example of two devices, D1 and D2. These devices can be a phone, a computer, or a server. Let's assume that they're connected inside this network. Now, for the communication to happen between these two devices, a signal has to be sent from one device to another. This signal is called ping. Now, for the communication to be successful, that signal has to return back to the first device, which brings us to the second technical term, latency. Latency is nothing but the total time taken for the ping to return back to the first device. So, ping is just the signal, whereas latency is the measurement of the entire round trip of that signal. Latency is measured in milliseconds. So, where can we see the latency value in our day-to-day life, you may ask? Apps like Ookla show us our network latency. As you can see here, there is a value in ms. That's the latency. And a lot of apps and video games need internet to work. Those apps already have a built-in feature to display our network latency in real time. As a live example, I'm going to take the video game Apex Legends. It's an online mobile video game. So once you start this game, as you can see on the top left, there is a value. That is my network latency value. In general, the range of latency is classified into three sections. If it is between 1 ms to 100 ms, it will be displayed in green, and it means the network latency is good. There is no 0 ms. If the range is between 100 to 300 ms, it is displayed in yellow, and it means the network latency is okay or average. If the latency is above 300 ms, it will be displayed in red, and it means the network latency is bad. Once it crosses 300 ms, there is a high chance for the latency to reach 900 to 1000 ms, where our internet becomes completely unusable. During such times, these apps show a notification saying your latency is high, please switch to a better network. And this brings to our third technical term, which is known as lag. Lag is nothing but high latency. Lag is the main cause of irritation and frustration to most of us, especially gamers. High latency drives them crazy. I've seen a lot of gamers like that. I'm also a gamer, but I don't get angry or frustrated when I experience lag. Let's go guys, let's win this. 2 more squads. So sniper, James, take him out. Nice. There's one more. Hello, my ping. That was not me, that was someone else. Well, at least this puts an end to the statement that our parents always say about how online video games make us violent. Now we know the answer: online video games don't make us violent, lag does. So, low latency is always better. That's a cool wallpaper, I know. Now, let's see how to reduce latency as much as possible using two apps on Google Play Store. Those are DNS Tester and DNS Changer. Here, DNS stands for Domain Naming System, which is like the telephone directory for the entire internet. And we need to connect to a high-speed DNS server for getting the low latency. DNS Tester will tell us the fastest DNS servers in our region. Click on Start here and wait for the servers to load. As you can see, Cloudflare is the fastest DNS server in my region with a latency of 16 ms. If you click on it, it'll show you even more details. The second app is DNS Changer. This app allows us to connect to any of the servers that we saw in the DNS Test app. Let's open and find out. As you can see on the top left, it is showing an option called Choose a DNS Provider. And below that, it is showing Google DNS. But as we saw in the previous app DNS Test, it was showing Cloudflare as the fastest DNS server in my region. Let's connect to Cloudflare. Click on the drop-down menu here and click on Cloudflare and click on Start. There was an annoying ad, I had to close it. Anyway, as you can see on the top of the screen, it is showing connection succeeded. You are securely connected to Cloudflare DNS. That's it. We are connected to the fastest DNS server in my region. And if you click on the close button, this is what you see. This is the DNS address and this is how it looks. That's it, guys. This will reduce your network latency. I'm not sure about the iOS devices, but I think App Store also has similar apps where you can test the servers and connect to the fastest DNS server. There are other helpful tips as well for getting low latency, like restarting your Wi-Fi router, make sure less number of devices are connected to your Wi-Fi router, and try to sit as near as possible to your router. I usually sit on top of my router. And you have to upgrade to a better internet service provider if you run out of all the above options. That's all for this video. Hope you guys find it helpful. Thank you for watching. Take care.